Hello, Penny here. Today on my garden podcast, it probably needs some sandy soil or something special. I can't be bothered. I really can't. It did come from that garden centre that, sometimes the plants don't really grow. AirPods. I don't know. I've got some. I don't know what they are. Hello. Or should I say good evening? And the nights are lighter. Gardeners everywhere are putting their night vision goggles on, and when it looks dark from the inside of the house, we know, don't we? We know we can see for hours more gardening time in the day, and it's lovely. You feel like you've got a whole new section of the day, don't you, when you've got more evening to go at. So this evening, it's become apparent that we've got a problematic bed. So what we've been doing is we've been rescuing the plants from the problematic bed, which is not helping them. There's something wrong with the soil. The grass from the lawn is creeping all over it. It is not a good bed. It's gone bad. Beds go bad every now and again, especially when they're not created very well. I just sort of scooped a load of lawn out and pretended it was a bed for a while, and then realised that I wasn't winning. So anyway, a couple of things have come out of there, like the Dutch wig plant. Maybe I'll save that for another episode because I can't quite explain it now. It's not come into flower. A couple of lavender plants and this pampas grass. Now I'm going to refer back to episode of the garden podcast where I talked about the pampas grass. I was very excited about it. It was a major, not a minor. I'd had my fingers burnt with a minor pampas grass. So this is a major, or rather it's meant to be a major. But in the bed that's gone bad, it's stunted, and it should be looking a little more healthy. I think it should have more growth on it. I think it should have established better. So we've whipped it out, and I'm about to put it in another bed. I'm not convinced it's the best place for it, but I can't think of anywhere else for it to go, and I'm keen for it to go in the ground this evening because there's rumours of a ground frost. You hear that on the jungle drums, don't you, on the grapevine. It was my father-in-law alerted everyone on the WhatsApp group that it might be -1 tonight. Hold on to your hats. So therefore we're going to enter into a light ground frost. So quick to the seedlings and get them indoors. Now we're really lucky. We've got a greenhouse, and greenhouses tend to keep the overnight temperature about 5 degrees above what's happening outside. Now I sound like I'm expert. I've just literally Googled that and found that to be true. So seedlings are safe in the greenhouse, but of course all the plants that we took out of the bad bed, with the idea that we'd replant them any minute, have got to go in the ground tonight or in the greenhouse, otherwise their roots might just get fried, burned, frosted, and ruin them forever. So pampas grass, this is the third location for it, and I just can only hope that it's going to sort itself out. You know me, 3 strikes and you're out. And it did come from that garden centre that, sometimes the plants don't really grow. So, who knows? Right. Oh, I've got the wrong spade. I've got the massively heavy, manly husband spade. It's ridiculous. It's, I don't know, cast iron or something. It feels as heavy as one of those Le Creuset pans you get that you can't actually lift off the hob. Right, I'm going to get the lady spade, bear with. Handily. It was posing there for me in a bed. It was just stabbed into the ground, and any minute now a robin was going to come and sit on the handle and be an Instagram picture. Do you know what I'm saying? Anyway, so pampas grass going in. See what happens. It probably needs some sandy soil or something special. I can't be bothered. I really can't. I've had enough of it. Come on. You've got to say goodbye to things sometimes, but you've got to give them also a bit of a chance. So, this is all part of the invigorated gardening of the spring, summer. And I must say, I do feel quite invigorated. I've been on a holiday to Wales. I've mentioned it before, but I just remembered about something really sweet because I drove around it tonight on the way home from work. And it's a roundabout. For those of you living in different countries, that might also be called a rotary. They come in all sorts of shapes and sizes. Some are concrete, some have got buildings on them, but some, a lot in the UK, have got grass on them. Or sometimes brilliantly people plant wildflowers on them. And the roundabout near our house, I know, has some rabbits living in it. Right, so it's Easter, it's Good Friday of Easter holiday. We're coming back, it's about 6 o'clock, 6:30 at night. And it's still light, and I know, because I've driven past it loads of times, that the rabbits, because there are no natural predators on their island, on their roundabout, they're just bold as brass. They just, come out of their warrens any time of the day or night that they fancy a nibble. And sometimes they've been up to 8 or 10 nibbling at the grass. Just, one of them's just sunbathing one day. Loved it, absolutely. And I really do like rabbits. I don't want one, I don't want to have one in my house or even have a hutch for one, but I do like looking at them. I think they're cute. Can't go wrong. Anyway, the girls, who are 17 and 15, have never noticed this, or I've never pointed it out to them. It's just coincident that I've never been in the car with them at the right time. Anyway, we're coming back, we're all tired, it's been a nice week, we don't really want to come home. And I'm like, girls, look out for the rabbits. And we started going around this big roundabout. And they were like, oh my God. And they were so excited. It was squealing at really high pitched. Oh my God, there's another one. Oh, look at that one. It's a rabbit. Oh. And they got all kind of forgot themselves, forgot their teenageriness, and they took their earbuds out. And they took their earbuds out. And they took the headphones off, whatever they're called. I don't know. What are they? AirPods? Earbuds? Earpods? I don't know. I've got some. I don't know what they are. Anyway, so I went round this roundabout, and normally where we turn off, I thought, do you know what? I'm just going to go round again. And I went round again, and we had a really good time looking at all these cute rabbits. And I said, what are we going to call this? What are we going to call this roundabout now? And one of them said, we should call it Rabbit Roundabout. It's like, yeah, excellent name. And the other one said, how about Easter Island? And I thought both names were terrific. So this led me on to thinking about another bigger thought, actually, about this whole thing. And I encourage you, by the way, to go and check out your local green roundabout at any time of the night or day that might just have some central bushing where rabbits might, hang out, build their warrens, dig their warrens, and just have a lovely time of it, have a nice life on the island, watership down without the danger of crossing the road. It's brilliant. So what I would do is encourage you to go around to your local roundabouts and have a look. Let's put the pampas grass in now. But my big idea was this, and it was inspired by listening to the world's, oh bless him, dullest man on a podcast talking about, he's done like a calendar or something of all the UK's roundabouts or famous roundabout systems. And he was basically advocating that we should ban traffic lights and create roundabouts because they were so safe, and he had all the numbers. And anyway, it was a hard listen, but it was, of interest to a degree. And I thought, well, hang on a minute. How about I do a calendar of all the rabbit islands, all the rabbit roundabouts, all the Easter islands, the little, close-up shots of the bunnies, and then maybe a note. This is the one off the A56, heading north towards the A538. And then you could go round and cross them off, couldn't you, around the country? So, with that in mind, if you'd like to pre-order this calendar in time for, the Christmas time, so maybe in time for delivery November, then do get in touch, hello@bitfamous.co.uk, and we'll see what we can do for you. I'm quite excited about that idea. I think it beats, and this will test whether she actually listens to this podcast, my mother-in-law's idea for a calendar. No, it wasn't a calendar, it was a coffee table book idea, or a Christmas kind of gimmicky book. It was based on the idea that she'd lost her keys that week and was really worried about the lovely key rings that she had on it because they had special value to her. At which point she thought, I'm going to do a coffee table glossy book of keys and key rings and what they mean to people. At which point me and my husband looked at each other and went, right, it sounds really good. I think the Rabbit Roundabout is much better. Easter Island, much more interesting. I think we should start with a YouTube channel though first, see what interest there is in this. Could make it interactive, couldn't we? Could do a live from the roundabout, like a LinkedIn live perhaps from Rabbit Roundabout. Anyway, you can see what holiday's done to me. It's just really perked me up, given me loads of creative ideas. I'm firing on all cylinders. Let's hope the now freshly put into the ground and trodden in and watered pampas grass feels the same. Come on, Pampas, you can do it.